question, ladies and gentlemen. Renuka?
Hi.
Yes.
Hello, everyone. Krishnan, my question is for you. You have, from Dark Knight to the Black Panther, if you can take us through the voice modulation that you work on. Because I remember one of the interviews you said that your wife was initially, when you said that you did the Black Panther voice, she wasn't really amused with it. But if you could just take us through how you work on your voices.
Well, with Batman, I just felt stupid. And when I put on the suit. And so I felt like he should sound as monstrous as he could. And what you're referring to is I went home after the screen test and my wife said, "What did you do?" And I showed it and she went, "Oh, well, you blew that, didn't you?" and yeah, no, like the wonderful support. Yeah, and with Bagheera, you know, he's described in the book as having, I think it's like, he says something like, it's a voice like dripping honey from a tree. But he's cunning, he's bold, and he's reckless as well. He's also a wounded individual because he grew up with humans. He saw his mother die, and then he decided to become a panther, and he broke through that lock. But what I liked very much is there's similarities between him and Mowgli, and also him and Shere Khan, because for Bagheera, he's had to work out what his identity is and where he belongs. And then in terms of him and Shere Khan, Bagheera has taken the damage that he's received in his life and he's turned it into love and positivity, whereas Shere Khan has taken that damage and turned it into bitterness and into hatred. And I just wanted to have a sense with Bagheera of great nobility, of sounding soothing for Mowgli when it was needed, sounding avuncular, but then also sounding very threatening when he needs to be. You know, the Rudyard Kipling book says nobody would cross Bagheera's path. Nobody wanted to, and everybody feared him except for Mowgli.
Okay, there's one more question. We have time for one more question.
Hello.
There's a mic already.
Hello.
Where's the mic? Yes.
Hi, I wanted to ask Freida.
Freida, right there in the middle.
Hi. Since you've grown up reading the Jungle Book, how much of that did you bring into your role for this movie? And also, what was it like working with Andy again?
Well, it's always a pleasure working with Andy, and I hope there's many more. You know, Andy and I, when we worked on Rise of the Planet of the Apes, that was my fourth film ever of my career. And I had no idea what motion capture was or what I was going to have to do on set. And it's a very strange thing when you come to set and you watch a grown man in a suit with dots on his face and a camera attached to his head. And then Andy starts performing, and then you completely forget that you're watching a man. You're just watching Caesar come to life. So similarly, I knew, you know, working with Andy on this particular project, that all the animals, all the actors lending themselves to motion capture were going to be taken care of, because really what he's focused on is a performance and not just, you know, the big set of it all. What was your other part of your question? Was how was it? Oh, how did it influence? How did my childhood influence? You know, the beautiful part about this Mowgli adaptation, and I don't know if everyone has seen it, is really what Andy does. It's an ode to India. I remember him telling me before, I think it was before I left for South Africa, that he wanted to do my parts in Hindi and he wanted to attempt it and go down that route. And for all of us who remember on Doordarshan, we'd watch Jungle Book every Sunday. And there's so much of the human life in the village that was captured in that version, and I have not seen that version anywhere else, in any other adaptation. So for me to go to South Africa and actually work with fellow actors, all speaking in Hindi, all enjoying a kind of a version of the Holi festival, singing a lullaby written and composed by Nitin Sawhney, all of those beautiful things that I associate with India came to life in this movie. So yeah, very grateful to Andy for letting me speak in Hindi in this film and letting me dub myself.
Okay, that was bound to happen.
I didn't hear the question.
Your own kids.
हाँ जी.
You want to repeat?
Yeah, I mean, he's two, so he not.
He's 2. For you, he's 2. And?
So not right now.
Not right now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the cameras were clicking away, but of course now it's that big family photograph. But I'm going to invite the producer of Mowgli-Legend of the Jungle on stage. Thamba. Guys, calm. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jonathan Cavendish. Yes, now I'd request the cast if they could just step forward. That's okay. And we'll remove the chairs. We'll remove the chairs. Ek second. Flash, please. We'll get you all the pictures. Abhi flash chalega? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now I think if we could get all of you the pictures that you want, but I would request the 2 Bagheeras if they could pose for the photographers together. Of course, Abhishek and Christian, if you could pose. If you could just step forward, Christian, Abhishek. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2 Bagheeras. Wow. Super. Thank you. Thank you, Christian. Thank you, Abhishek. Of course, now if I could request the 2 Ballus. We got Rohan and Louis now. And then we get the 2 Ballus as well. Thank you, Rohan. Thank you, Louis. Thank you so much. I would request the ladies of the film, Freida, Kareena, Madhuri. Okay, thank you. And the final invitation to the 2 Ballus, Andy Serkis and Mr. Anil Kapoor. Oh, there you go. That was motion capture, wasn't it? All right. Thank you, Andy. Thank you, Anil sir. Thank you, Freida. Thank you, Madhuri ma'am. Thank you. Thank you, Abhishek. Thank you, Kareena. Thank you, Louis. Thank you. Thank you, Rohan. Thank you. And thank you, Jonathan. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, remember, 7th of December, Mowgli-Legend of the Jungle streams on Netflix. And of course, there's a premiere in the evening. Hope to see you there. Thank you so much.